Now, I'm not one to gossip, but I will bring you the tea. Welcome to Chronicle Speaks.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at you.
So your boy Sean P. Diddy Combs has found a new way to no longer be served and hit with all of these lawsuits. He's staying inside of his jail cell, refusing to come out. He said, y'all don't want to bend the rules for me? I'ma do the bending now.
Ain't nobody bending me over.
Oh, so you doing the bend?
So it's been noted that on 2 separate occasions, they've tried to serve Diddy with a letter, but unfortunately, he would not leave out of his cell to accept service. But they're better than me because I straight up throw that letter in there and hit him with the DJ Khaled. Another one. And we're also going to speak about your boy Jay-Z and how he and his attorneys are trying to get the lawsuit regarding the girl who was 13 years old when she stated she was essayed by not only Diddy, but Jay-Z as well, thrown out because of legal technicalities. We're going to get into these stories and so much more, but before we do, please be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any news regarding this story and so much more. Now let's get back into it. Now they're saying your boy Diddy is astonishingly thinner than he was before, and he's also grayer than he was before because he does not have his midnight cocoa bean.
You're dyeing your goatee, Mike. Yeah, that's midnight cocoa bean. I recognize that shit.
The U.S. Sun is reporting that the disgraced Sean Diddy Combs had a Christmas meltdown in prison as he couldn't believe he was still behind bars over the festive period. The mogul reportedly begged guards to be taken to a prison hospital for observation, claiming he believed he was suffering a breakdown on Thursday. Guards at the Brooklyn Metropolitan Detention Center refused Diddy's bizarre request, according to the source close to the rapper. The insider said with his high-powered legal team, Diddy thought that he'd be out on bail by now. Spending the holidays behind bars was a nightmare for him. He eventually managed to calm himself down with the meditation technique he's been using while he's been behind bars. It took him a few hours of deep breathing and focusing to get out of the bad space he was in, but he finally managed it. Now, another source close to the disgraced rapper denied the claims. They told the Daily Mail that the rapper is continuing to stay strong in prison, even over the Christmas period, which he would usually spend with his kids. And all jokes aside, I'm sure Diddy is having a terrible time in prison, considering he did always spend monumental moments with his kids. His twins just turned 18, he missed that. Justin's birthday was yesterday, he missed that. It's Christmas, it's all of these different holidays that Diddy does typically spend with his kids that he's not able to do now. Now, the Curris law firm wrote to Judge Kaplan yesterday and said, as you know, our law firm represents the plaintiff John Doe in the above action. We write to inform the court as to the status of our discovery schedule. We are still in the process of serving all defendants in this action and communicated to defense counsel for defendant Combs' service issues regarding their client's refusal to leave his cell to accept service. As such, we are still in the process of conferring with counsel regarding a discovery schedule in this matter. So obviously Diddy has thought of a master plan of playing hide and seek in his jail cell, thinking that that would stop them from being able to serve him, but does it really work out that way? The next letter is to Judge Caproni. As you know, our firm represents plaintiff Jane Doe in the above action. We write to request an adjournment of the January 10, 2025 conference at this time. We have been in negotiation with defendants counsel regarding service of process, scheduling, and case management across numerous related actions, and have faced delays caused by defendant Combs refusing to leave his cell to accept service. We believe that we have reached an agreement in principle with defendants counsel, but are continuing to work out scheduling details in this and other cases. Moreover, Mr. Busby, who is the lead attorney in these matters, would like to be present and is unable to attend January 10, 2025. If Your Honor would be so inclined to grant a brief adjournment to February, that would be appreciated by the parties. We thank the court for your time and attention in this matter. So it seems like someone inside of that prison is advising Diddy on how to duck and dodge being served, and it seems like it's working out for him. Now, I also want to update you on the Thalia Graves case. You remember Thalia stated that she was essayed by not only Diddy, but his bodyguard, Big Joe. Now, Thalia was also suing 8 other entities that were connected to Sean P. Diddy Combs: Daddy's House Recordings, Bad Boy Entertainment, Bad Boy Production, and the list goes on. Now, in this letter dated yesterday, they are asking the court for permission to voluntarily drop 8 companies from the lawsuit. These companies are named in the letter, and the group of companies is referred to as corporate defendants. The reason for asking to dismiss them is that new facts have come to light and changes in the law have affected the case. Now, the remaining defendants in the case, Sean P. Diddy Combs and Joseph Big Joe Sherman, both consent to the dismissal of the corporate defendants, but they also know they're still defendants and they're going to have to fight to prove their innocence. Now on to the Jigga Man. Now, we all know that Diddy and Jay-Z are both being sued by a Jane Doe who stated that on September 7th, 2000, she was 13 at the time, and she stated that she was SA'd by Diddy and Jay-Z. Now, she filed the lawsuit under the Gender Motivated Violence Act, which is a significant legal framework within the New York City Administrative Code. It has been mainly designed to protect both women and men from gender-based violence. It recognizes acts of SA and abuse as forms of violence inherently motivated by the gender of the victim. It also empowers the abuse survivor to file civil lawsuits for a specific time period. So Jay-Z and his legal team sent a letter to the court yesterday notifying the court that they plan to file a motion to dismiss the plaintiff's lawsuit. They argue that the plaintiff's claim under the Victim of Gender Motivated Violence Protection Act cannot proceed because the law did not exist at the time of the alleged incident in September of 2000. The GMV law was passed in December 2000, so it cannot apply to events that occurred before then. Jay-Z and his team further state that even if the law could apply retroactively, the plaintiff would need to prove that the incident took place within New York City, but the complaint suggests the events occurred outside the city, which would disqualify the claim. Finally, they point out that the plaintiff's claim is barred by the statute of limitations under the New York Child Victims Act. The alleged incident happened over 20 years ago, and the time frame for filing claims under the Child Victims Act expired in 2021. Although the Gender Motivated Violence Protection Law has a longer revival period, the courts have ruled that the Child Victims Act period takes precedence, meaning the plaintiff's claim is no longer valid, and the legal team is now asking the court to dismiss the case based on these arguments. Now, I have a question because Joy Dickerson Neal is also suing Diddy under the Gender Motivated Violence Protection Act, and her alleged assault happened in 1991. So if she's able to use it, and then the 13-year-old's assault happened in 2000, wouldn't she be able to use it too? Inquiring minds are wanting to know. I need my legal eagles to get down in the comments. You know how we do. So I want to hear from you. What do you think about everything going on between Diddy hiding in the jail cell, child, making sure they don't get to serve him? And also, what do you think about Jay-Z taking this legal approach to try to get this case thrown out? Y'all know I can't wait to hear from y'all down in the comments. You know how we do. We'll talk about it down below. Talk to you guys later. Bye. As always, thanks for watching. But before you go, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the bell so you don't miss out on any of my new episodes.